Today is about the bonds that cross species and the ways we protect them, from caring for the animals who share our homes to appreciating them in the wild. We're talking about the many ways animals enrich our lives and how we can return the favor. So let's start the conversation. Behind every cat in need is a community that cares. FieldHaven Feline Center is one of those places, a rescue that doesn't just save cats, but builds a village around them. And you can hear them. From tiny bottle babies to shy seniors, they believe every cat deserves a chance. Today, we get to meet some of the kittens and finding out how we can all make a difference. We're speaking with Joy Smith, founder and ambassador for FieldHaven Feline Center. Joy, thanks for returning.
Yes.
And you brought some cuties today.
Yes, that's right, I did.
Who are these little guys?
This is Cracker and Jack.
Oh my God.
They are from a colony in Lincoln that we had already fixed all the cats there a couple of years ago, and we thought no more kittens. But a couple of moms showed up this year. And that's why it's really important with colonies, feral colonies, that we continue to monitor. But we found these two little guys.
Yeah.
Their mom had abandoned them, but good news is we actually trapped Mom a couple of days ago. But she really doesn't want to have anything to do with the kittens. So they're being, excuse me there,
Look
guys.
at that. Little besties.
So they're being raised by a foster, and they're being bottle fed, and sometimes we have to even tube feed them.
Look at them.
But Cracker and Jack are about 3 weeks old now.
Growing big.
They are growing every day with their fat little bellies.
Yes.
And
Well, and they talk, as we hear. Very chatty. We love a little chatty catty. And then what's the biggest misconception people have about animal shelters or even rescue cats that you would say?
Well, for rescue cats, cats in shelters are they're not rejects or ones that nobody wants. They're wonderful cats. Not all of them are perfect. Well, they're perfect in our eyes.
Yeah.
But they are, we have wonderful, wonderful, beautiful cats. And the other biggest misconception is everybody wants a kitten.
Yeah.
So what about those adults that weren't last year's kittens?
Yes,
so
that's so true.
Yeah, so we really encourage people to adopt adults too.
Yeah.
And you get to know what their personality's like. Yeah. Kittens are all adorable.
Yes.
So we know that what their personalities are.
Yes.
Now they're cute, but then they can grow up to be,
And be just as cute.
Yeah.
And speaking of adopting, spay and neutering is also extremely important, especially during kitten season. What can people do to make a real difference?
So spaying and neutering is really the only way we have to control the pet overpopulation, especially in a mild climate here in California, where mom cats can have 3 litters a year and get pregnant at like 4 months old. So it is really important that everybody, even if you're not a cat person, advocate for spay and neuter, because if you don't want cats around your house, spay and neuter is the thing to do. So we really encourage everybody to be on board with doing that.
Yeah, and Joy, I mean, you're with these kittens and these cats all the time. What's something that happens behind the scenes every single day that most people never get to see?
Oh, there's so many things. Laundry, dishes.
Lots of laundry, yeah.
But some of the things that do, we have our team that is caring for these animals every day. It's not all fun and glory and playing with kittens. It really isn't. It's a lot of hard work. But one of the things, actually, we were just talking before about how it's super important that we keep things sanitary and germ-free for kittens like these. So there's a lot of cleaning and a lot of disinfecting going on around our shelter all the time.
You're like, a lot of cleaning taking place.
A lot of cleaning and a lot of laundry.
Yes, and if every viewer watching right now did just, let's say, one small thing today, what would make the biggest difference for homeless cats?
I have to go back to spay and neuter.
Yeah.
It is, and advocating for it. And even if it's just you see a stray cat on the street, reach out to your local animal rescue and say, you know what? I will sponsor this cat's spay or neuter.
Yeah.
And it's not that much money, but it really helps. Or that is the thing that I wish everybody could do.
Yeah.
Even non-cat likers.
Even the non-cat likers.
Yes.
Joy, always a pleasure when we have you on. Thank you for bringing, tell me their names again.
This is Cracker and Jack. Or maybe it's Cracker and Jack. I'm not sure.
You're like, either way, we love them both.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. Visit FieldHaven.com.